What's going on, everybody? My name is Ryan, and today I'm going to show you how to make a 1.7 Minecraft server which runs the basic vanilla server software. So first of all, here's what we'll need. We'll need to download the server software, of course, and also port forward your router. So I'll show you now. Okay, now first of all, you need to go to minecraft.net. Link will be down in the description below, and you gotta click on download over here, which will bring you to this page over here. So scroll down to where you can see multiplayer beta server software. Now there will be two downloads. There will be a Minecraft underscore server software.exe, and there will be a Minecraft underscore server.jar. We want the jar one because it runs much smoother. So click on the link and download it. And it's a very small file, by the way. So after that's done, you create a folder on your desktop or whichever you want to keep all your server files, and name it server or MC serve or whichever you like to call it. Because when you run this program, it generates all these files, and you need somewhere where you want to store this. So let's move this over here, and now let's run the server software. Now it's going to load and generate all the files for you. So that is done right now, and here's what happens. Or now it's generating. I thought it was done for a second, but let's just let it generate. It shouldn't take that long. Okay, now it's done, as you can see right over here. So it says starting Minecraft server version beta 1.7.2. that's the latest version of Minecraft. It's going to say loading properties, but it says server.properties does not exist, and it's just generating all these files and stuff because this is the first time you're running it. So now after you see it generate and it's done, now you type in stop and click enter. This window should close. Now you'll see all these files over here, which is your world, where you play. Your ban IPs.txt, which is if you ban people, it will ban their IPs, and ban players.txt, which is banning their name too. And the server software which you start up the server, your ops.txt, where you can have our ops, and your server.log, which everything you happens in here when you launch it with all the text, and your server.properties, which is very important. I'll talk about that just in a couple of minutes or just a second. And I like this.txt. So first of all, here's what we're going to do. So we're going to open it up with Notepad++. If you don't have that program already installed on your computer, just download it in the link description, and right click on the file and click on open with Notepad++. Now it's going to open in this window here, and it's going to say it's going to say all this information. Now it's going to say level name, and the name is going to be world by default. I'll allow nether, which is going to be default by default. I'll turn on as true. And view distance could be 10, and spawn monsters could be true. And online mode, which means if your friend has a cracked version of Minecraft, it will not work if it's on. So I'll keep it on right now. And to spawn animals, I'll leave on to true. Max players, I'll leave it to 20. Server IP, now this is an important step, so I'll tell you a little bit about that later. Player versus player. Now that is if your friends on your server or whoever's playing on your server can attack and hurt you. I'll leave it on true. Now level seed. Now that's going to be if you generate a new world, you can put any seed here and make a new world, which isn't in your, it doesn't have a folder like in here. and there's going to be a server port. Now this is another important thing, so you have to port for that. Now I'll tell you about that just in a second. Now allow flight. Now that is if you have the zombie mod pack flying mod and if you want to fly. I'll turn it to true because I have it and is a cool. And whitelist. Now a whitelist is if you want to make a private server with only people who are on people's names are on there, which the server checks when you're connecting to the IP, and it sees if your name's on the whitelist, it lets you in. If it doesn't, it won't. So I'll turn it into true, and click on this button over here, which saves it, and click close. Now, if you went ahead and put on the whitelist, you need to add yourself to there. So I'll open up with Notepad and just type in your name and your friend's name. So I'll add the Tech Boy, that's my name, and I'll save it, file, save, and I'll close it. So we need to port forward our servers so our computer and our router will let incoming people come. So first of all, you need to click on start, click on CMD, or type in CMD, and for Windows XP users, you click start, run, and go type in CMD. So this is a command prompt, and we needed to see which are our default gateway and some other information. So type in ipconfig and scroll up, and it's going to see Ethernet adapter local area connection, and it's going to say all this information, but here's what we're looking for. We're looking for Ethernet adapter local area connection. So if you're using Wi-Fi on your computer, it may say something like Wi-Fi adapter connection or something, but you're just looking for whichever you're using. You're just looking for your default gateway. So once you know if you're using Ethernet or Wi-Fi, you go into that section, and yeah, so we're looking for our default gateway IP so we can log into our router. So mine is 192.168.1.1. For most people, it is going to be that. If not, just copy it down or memorize it. So you go back into your web browser, you click, and you go to 192. Or you go to your local IP, or you go to your router's IP, I meant. So you type in your default gateway, I believe this is mine, and you click enter. So for me, I logged in earlier to see if it works, and I'm logged in. So it's going to say you need a username and password, and you don't. And here's where you can find your username and password. You go to this website here, which I'll put in the link down in the description, and you look for your router's manufacturer, which mine is Linksys, which I believe is down here somewhere. Okay, it's this over here, and then you look for your router's model number. Should say it on there somewhere. So mine is WRT54G. This is my router, and my default username is going to be admin, and my default password is going to be admin. So I already logged into for a test, and so okay, once you're logged into your router, we're going to port forward it. Now every router is going to be different of how you port forward, but in Linksys routers, it's going to be applications gaming. So just look for something which says say something like port foreign. So I'm going to show you how to do it on a Linksys router. So we get this page here, and it's going to say application start and protocol IP and enable. So I'll enable I'll name this Minecraft just for this example. Now our starting port and our ending port. Now here's what port are we going to use. So we go back into our server and I forget the port, but we're going to use 25565. Now that's the default port which the Minecraft servers run on. Now we're going to use that because it's the simplest and easiest port for it, I believe. So you could copy and paste it to your clipboard by doing Control-C. Now for starting port is going to be 25565. Now our ending port is going to be same thing. Now for protocol, we're going to use both. And for IP address, now here's the important part. So if you still have your your command prompt with all this information here, and we're looking for our IPv4 address. If you close down your command prompt, just click on start, put in CMD, then click on it or start run, then CMD if you're using Windows XP. So so again, we're looking for our IPv4 address. Now this is going to be your IP address of your computer. So mine is 192.168.1.100. So I'm going to type it in over here. So wrong window. So all you have to do is just type in the numbers after your 192.1.6.1.1. At least it's for me. So once you have your numbers in there, you can click on enable, and then you click on save settings, and then you click on continue, and your router should be port forwarded. Now you can minimize your web browser, and now here's our second important thing we gotta do. So go back into your server.properties file and look for the area where it says server IP. Now this is an important thing where you gotta put your IP of your server or your local IP. So the IPv4 address, this is where you're going to put that address in there. That's where the numbers are going to be. So let's use Windows Snap and put in. So it's going to be 192.168.1.100. So once you have the IPv4 address in there, yeah. Now once that's in there, save it, and you can close it, and you can run your server, see if it works. So no errors right now. It says it's starting it. It's loading the properties. That's good. No failures. Now it's going to say starting Minecraft server on the IP, and then it's preparing the world, and it's done. Now now you can go into your Minecraft. Let me launch it up for you, and click on login. Let me full screen it, and you can click on multiplayer, and then you can type in local host, which goes to your server if you're on the computer which you're hosting it. Now if it goes like this, that means it may not work for your computer, so you can type in your local IP. So I believe it's 192. Wrong button. Do not click enter that soon. 192.168.100. Now click on connect. Now it should be connecting to your server. Now it may take some time on your first connection. Now let's see, this is saying Anything special? Oh, okay, I think I'm wrong with the server properties. So let's open it again. And I believe you do not put this number in. Or put your IPv4 address. So I'll just minimize this. And stop the server. If you want to stop the server, you click on put stop in here. Now let's rerun this. And it's connected. Now let's see if localhost works. Localhost. Oh, I'm not whitelisted. Oh, okay, it does work. I'm not whitelisted. So, oh, I spelled my name wrong. So make sure you're whitelisted on your server if you have a whitelist. So let's see if it works again. Okay, if you have the same thing like me, you need to restart your server by stopping it and rerunning it. Now let's try again. So yeah, this is a fresh vanilla installed server. Now you see the chunks in Minecraft are loading. You see some pigs, and yeah, just walk. Now here's what I recommend when you first start making a server. So walk around a little bit, and yeah. So that's how you can connect it through locally. Now here's what we're going to give for your friends when they are if you want your friends to play on there. And so you need to go to what is my IP.com, if I can spell it right. So this will tell you where your IP is. Now I'll be blurring out my IP, so you can give people your IP of your router. So you give it to them, and your server's running, and people use that IP to connect, and they can play with you. So yeah, and I'll do more Minecraft server videos in the future, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.